Welcome to Empowered. I'm Elizabeth Namofsky. Most entrepreneurs bring their dreams or visions to life by putting together a business plan before starting their company. Different instances in their lives inspire and drive them to be successful. Having said that, spirituality doesn't often come up in a business plan. However, spirituality is a huge part of our drive as individuals. Today, I'm joined by Deb Niven, who is co founder, visionary, and connection maker at the Divine Destination Collection. Today's topic is whether spirituality and business can coexist. Welcome to Empower, Deb.
Thank you.
So, when you were starting on your own career path, did you always know that you were destined to be an entrepreneur?
I actually did not. I actually, being brought up in the 50s and 60s, I wanted to be like the best secretary ever or the best teacher ever or the wind beneath some man's wings
Yeah.
in business. And I thought I could do that quite well, but I was very afraid of being at the helm of something and taking that responsibility. But as time went on, I found I'm not an athlete, I'm not a singer, I'm not a painter, but work was my thing. I loved working. And yeah, I just, as I got better and better and better at it, through a lot of hard work, I started to see that I could actually become an entrepreneur, a leader, and an owner of a company. And as such, I own three.
So, congratulations, first of all. But second of all, yeah, I mean, you grew up in an era where if you didn't really know what you could do, you could become a
Mhm.
secretary. Take those typing classes, type 100 words per hour and you were golden. So what or who guided you in the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey?
Boy, I would say there was an inner voice inside me. Like I said, I didn't go to university either. So I got into the workforce when I was 17 out of grade 13, and my cousin got me a job at a company called Sun Tours. It was a wholesale travel. It was the first one actually to exist. I worked in the filing room, and I don't know. I'm a nerd. I loved every single part of that job, and I worked to innovate, and it just was my thing. Like
Yeah.
some people can run marathons. I was like, this is work. This is my arena, and what can I do to make it better? And because I had that inner light, that guiding light, and that energy, and just a deep desire, I applied that to everything I did in that company, and I moved through that company really quickly, at a young age. So when people were getting out of university, I had already had 5 years working, experience.
Mhm.
And I don't know what it was. It was an inner voice that was going, "Wow, you love this." And as the jobs got higher, the responsibility and the work got harder. And I did want to. There were times when I wanted to sidestep that responsibility and that hard work. And then something inside me just said, you know what? If you buckle down and if you put your head to the grindstone and really embrace with that passion, you'll build a muscle just like a marathon runner builds the ability to run that marathon. So there were so many times I was afraid and I wanted to quit and thought I'm going to fail. But I thought if I just kept doing it, I would get better and it would be okay. And honestly, that's what happened.
So we have about a minute before we go to commercial break, but you
Yeah,
talked about the fact that you were afraid of failing and
yeah,
you had that fear. Did you have
I did.
mentors, women, men, as you built each
Yes.
company and how did they differ in what they were able to offer you?
Interesting, it was almost, always men, and they offered me opportunity. They always gave me an opportunity that I thought was actually over my head. Um, and I was dating a man at the time who I actually owe a lot to him because there was a massive job that came available at that same company, and he made me go to the interview, and I was like, "You're no, I am not qualified for this job." He said, "You totally are, go and do it." And so I applied for that job, didn't get that job, but I ended up getting the job the girl who got that job got. And it was a much bigger job. Anyway, it was really an eye opener for me to
Okay,
see that
so
I was.
When we come
So,
back, we'll continue
yep.
with spirituality and entrepreneurship.